that's why he's 999. That guy's gonna be in the game, and I swear to buy this 354. But never guys could never beat my flow. Straight all the way from the U to the K, rode a McCartney up to the G. That guy's gonna be boys, everyone's a bad one. I'm like boys, my boys.
What is going on, guys? So good morning. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm here to talk to you guys about making that our R8, my twin turbo R8 that I just got, into the Darius R8 with the stack deck livery. You know, for once I was like, hey, you know, I probably shouldn't record a video in my garage where it's boring and dark. So I drove out here about an hour or so to Canyon Lake, Arizona. It's pretty outskirts of Phoenix. Because where else is it better to talk about, you know, Need for Speed Carbon, the game that all the duels and boss fights go down in the canyon, than in the canyon. This is more of a desert canyon, not so much of a plush green canyon in a mountain, but it's still awesome. And sadly though, in this canyon, there are no yellow guardrails. If you go off, you go off. So obviously, as you guys know, I made the replica Need for Speed Most Wanted M3 one, and I actually hinted you guys that I was thinking about doing it again by trading my S2000 for it, but we're not going to go into that in detail. We're just here to talk about the R8. I'm already currently talking to some designers to have that livery transferred into Vectorworks. If any of you guys, graphic designer friends, anything can help me out with that, I'd really appreciate it. Because basically I found a person locally in Phoenix that can print out onto vinyl that entire livery. I don't want a multi-piece vinyl livery where you overstack the vinyl on top of each other, because then you guys see the you know, the little creases and stuff and the layer differences. I wanted like a commercial one on a truck where it's all just printed onto one sheet, and that one sheet is applied onto that, obviously sectioned off by the body panel. But I already have a wrapper friend here locally too that's willing to wrap it for fairly cheap, and I already, like I said, found somebody to print it. I just need the livery to be scaled down to size and everything, because I do have to take measurements of that, since that is going to have a carbon fiber wide body. And as you guys know, in my room I have a PPI Razor GTR wide body. Yes, it's actually called a Razor GTR wide body, I swear. And it's full carbon fiber. It's worth something like $15,000, and that is sitting in my room. It does need some fiberglass work, as always with the cheaper stuff, and I will be fixing that and putting it on the car. It's about a little inch wider. Let me get down there next to the car safely without breaking my knees and show you guys what I'm actually talking about. I was hoping there's like no scorpions up here, some crap like that. All right guys, so here's the beautiful car. If you guys have not seen it, this is my budget. I'm gonna say budget. It's only $56,000. Yes, that's a lot of money. It's the most I've ever spent in my life. But this is my budget R8. It is a V8, not a V10, so you know, don't be like, oh, the Darius one was a V10. It does though have two turbos right there, and that it has a Hefner twin turbo kit on the V8, so it actually makes more power than the V10. It makes about 600 horsepower, 650. It makes about 650 horsepower at the crank, which I think is a wonderful number. I've been getting more and more comfortable with using that power, and in first gear it does spin all four tires. These are giant tires. These are 305s and those are 245, so that's absolutely insane. But it can make up to 900 if I get an aftermarket ECU and run E85 or race gas or something like that. So that's just a little brief history on the car. As you can see, it does need some work. The people tried to do carbon overlay on this door, and I guess it didn't work out, so they sanded it all down. But other than that, I mean, it's a pretty good car. It is a manual gated shifter. Yes, it's that rare limited option. As you guys know, Carbon came out in 2006, and this car, this is the first year run, came out in 2008. So that game actually had the R8 before it was the R8, because in the game, as you guys know, it's called the Le Mans Quattro. Basically a prototype at the time, but it was going to be this car. That car is literally exactly the same in every way, except those weird headlights that are on the car. The headlights on that car were like, it was just a million little LEDs, and it's weird to describe, but of course we're not doing that because this has the beautiful daytime running light. And I will probably be wrapping this yellow, because I think yellow always looks good with black and red, like the livery is. But on top of it, like I said, this is going to have the PPI Razor GTR wide body. Here's a few pictures of how that wide body looks. It's a very good looking wide body, honestly. And on top of it, I would like to do the GT3 LMS style wing with the solid mounts. As some of you know, this came with a Liberty Walk R35 GTR wing, swan neck. but I didn't really like how that looked, personally speaking. I saw it in person, I was like, it's not adjustable, and it was sitting at a weird angle, and it wasn't even really acting like a wing, so to say. So I took it off for the time being. I do plan to do, like I showed you guys, the LMS GT3 wing on this car. So it's almost like a modernized version of the Darius car, because Darius's car was literally just the RA prototype with a livery. That's all it was. And that's literally all it was. It wasn't like the other cars that had wide body kits, like the M3 GTR that had the GTR, GT3 spec wide body, or anything like that. As well, I will be doing the hood vent. This aftermarket kit does have the big waterfall hood vent right there, and I'll probably use knifeless tape so you see the carbon fiber on that vent, and that's probably the only part of the carbon fiber that'll show besides these, you know, beautiful mirrors right here. And as well with the side blades, because as you guys know, the livery, it runs red and white right here, and it actually follows this line of the side wing right up into here, and it continues. And this part is usually left black, but I would just keep this carbon fiber because it'll blend in. And right here is like the tearing between the white and the red, and then the rest of this is red, and the red kind of continues up these pillars. The hood is still black, and then same thing with this hood, it's also black. But I did look into the livery, you know, we are going to be trying to go for the darker type maroon color. Maybe later I'm going to hop on a Need for Speed 2015 and actually buy a first gen R8 because they have one in that game, and make it, or a Need for Speed Heat Studios, as you guys know. By the way, quickly, leave a comment below if you guys would like to see me do a Need for Speed Heat Let's Play, because I am willing to get Origin access, get that game 3 days early for you guys. And I think it would just be really cool for me, because I've always wanted to do some kind of gaming content on this channel. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to do YouTube with gaming as well as cars. So I think it'd be really cool if I were to do that. So just leave a comment down below what you guys think. I mean, it'd probably be like 2-hour play sessions, posted every single week, one video a week, edited down to maybe like a 30 to 40 minute video. And I think it'd be cool because, you know, like I build cars in real life, so I suppose maybe building them in a video game would be kind of nice, in the commentary I could do on it. And for you guys wondering, I would be getting that on PC, so I don't know if it's going to be cross-platform yet. I don't think so. But if any of you have a PC, you're more welcome to join whatever crew that I make. Back to the R8, guys. Like I said, I ran you guys through the livery. I am doing the wrap. Like I said, I could probably do it in paint, but the thing with paint that I learned, if you don't have a paint booth, you're always going to have dust. And on a car this expensive, or on this level, you know, tier 3 car, it's pretty crazy to think of having paint dust or dust in your paint. So that's why I'd rather do the livery. That's why I'd rather do the vinyl, because then I can at least, you know, I am going to be fixing the hood, not this hood, but obviously the aftermarket wide body hood. I will be fixing that, and I can make that all perfect, smooth, etc. So when we wrap over it, you won't see a single thing. But I think that's, you know, awesome. I obviously would record the entire vinyl process. I would be helping my friend a tremendous amount. I usually don't drop off my cars and just have work done without me seeing it. Obviously, guys, I did go here with my Turbo S2000 before. That was fun, but Jesus, I did not expect for a 3,300 pound car, all-wheel drive, for it to handle this well. There's a Fiat Abarth in the background flooring it. things like a little egg. Once this thing has the vinyl on it and such, I definitely will come back here and do a lot more in detail stuff. Maybe put my girlfriend on some of these corners so she could get actual video and such, because obviously I think it's more worth getting video of this thing with the Darius livery or the stack deck livery on it going through the canyons than it is just how it is right now. It's still an awesome car, but like I said, there's more work to be done. I am so excited for this, guys. I really hope you are. Please drop a like down below. Please, it really helps the video do a lot better, go viral, whatever. You know, all of this stuff, all these sponsors, etc., they all count to me building this car, because obviously, you know, I work a lot a week trying to fund everything that I do, and it's all, you know, for your guys' entertainment and stuff like that, and to make my nostalgic childhood come true, of course. Also, please be sure to subscribe. We're literally like right at 93,000. We're right under 93,000 as of right now, and I'd really like to hit that 100,000 mark before we even do the wrap on that. And of course, we will be doing wheels. I have not decided. I would like to do some kind of JDM wheel, like the Advent Super GTs. Here's a picture of one of my favorite Audi R8s by far. He's in Canada, and it's also a twin turbo V8. And he is bagged, and he is on Advent Super GTs with the full LMS kit from Audi Motorsports, which is a lot of money, because I found a distributor for the LMS kit that's all full carbon, you know, etc. Wing, doors, every single body panel. and it's 35,000 euros, and that's a lot of money because that's like what, $40,000. Granted, for supercar owners, I totally understand, you know, the wings, the headers, the bolt-on modifications are like 10 times more expensive than what it would be for like my Honda S2000. So when it's an expensive car, that means they can automatically raise the price because the owners clearly have money if they're, you know, want to modify a 100K car or something like that. And some JDM wheels, I don't know, just I want one-piece wheels. I don't know why I want one-piece wheels. I most likely will be working with my buddy to bag this car for a pretty good price. Why bags? First of all, if you guys don't know, this OEM suspension that's on the car, it fails after like 10,000 miles. And this thing has about 29,000 miles right now. And I do have a light on the dash for the sports mode electric dampening setting. So it is probably shot, in all honesty. So either way, air is gonna ride better than this, but mainly this car, if you guys haven't seen how Audi R8s look with a splitter, with a wing, and all the GT spec on the ground, they look absolutely incredible. And I want to see it be that low, but at the same time, I don't want to, you know, break this body kit that's $15,000 every time, you know, I hit a bump or something like that. So I really think the bags are the best of both worlds in this case. Maybe later on I'll go to coilovers that have air cups, which basically means it rides very low, but then if you need to, you can air up the car for bumps or driveways or something like that. But I'm still not decided on that. Obviously this build is going to continue, and in the next video I'm probably going to be changing the oil out, which isn't that complicated. It's just a lot of oil. It's like 10 quarts. And probably start prepping the body kit, because they will need the measurements for this livery for Vectorworks. They will need the measurements of how wide this car is, how long it is, all this stuff, because they do print this vinyl per square foot, and that's kind of how it works. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, seriously, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Here's let's get a quick sound clip on this car, just in case, for whoever stayed and watched all the way to the end. This is for you. Let's get a quick sound clip of this car.